Good morning. My name is Katinka. I'm the seamstress at the cottage and welcome back. It is Sunday, so that means it's Sunday Roundup. And on a Sunday Roundup, I tell you what I've been making and whatever other things I've been getting up to. This week has been quite a busy one. I finished this dress. So this was a second-hand dress that I found in Storm Lake City. There's a video about that. I'll put a link. And it was too long and everything else. So I'm going to put in a clip now that will show you what I've done to it and why I love it. I cut it that much shorter, but look how much I win because it was tapered to the top. And I'm just going to do a little bit of gathering all around, and you won't even see it because the gathering is so little. And then I'm going to sew it back onto the bodice. And I also unpick the bodice here under the arm. Over there you can see it goes out like that. That's a bit much on my body, so I'm going to taper it up to there and then put the sleeves back in and sew it all together, and then I can add the skirt to the bodice and then put the zip back in. I will also move the sleeves to come in a little bit more so that my bra strap doesn't show. I fixed this dress off camera. The skirt is on, it's much better. And I had to fiddle with the sleeves, and the bodice I had to bring in here. But my biggest concern is my straps that's sticking out. I know people don't really care about that anymore, but I do. So I have this piece that I cut off the top of the skirt. So I'm thinking to turn this into a strap that I put there and then just sew the sleeve onto it. I actually do think I will wear it more if I do that, because then I can put on a proper bra. And otherwise, I actually quite love it. It fits so nicely up here, except for the boobs part. I just don't have enough to fill it up. But that's okay. I can live with this. Okay, I've done the straps. I used woven interfacing to just line it with and then iron it down so it gets stuck there. It just have a little bit of sturdiness. And now I'm going to sew the sleeve onto here, I think by hand. I think that's the best way to go, and then just sew it in there. But I really, really like the way it looks now. It's just that little bit of coverage, and it also feels more secure, and by doing that it took away these frimmels that was there. So that's the next step. And I love this dress. I think it is so stunning. I just wish it had pockets, but then if it had pockets, because it's not that wide, it would have pulled over my stomach, which I have. So all in all, I love it. Next up is this one. Also one that I found on my trip to Storm Lake City in their Goodwill store. Now this one was 5 sizes too big. And then this dress. I thought I was going to unpick the whole dress and just cut something else out on this fabric, but I actually love this drawstring detail. So what I'm planning is to just make it smaller on the side. So I'm just going to cut off the excess and shape the armhole to go up a little bit because it is hanging down on my shoulder. These are the sleeves, and they were folded over and sewed down, but I'm going to undo that just to make them a bit longer. I was hoping I could make them even longer, but that's not a seam that was put in, that was added on afterwards. And then I've also unpicked this so that I can make them smaller as well. I decided to take the little cuff that was on the sleeves. It was double, to take it off completely, and it had stabilizer on the inside, so I made it wet, and that's an easy way to get that stabilizer off. That was the paper violin, and I've just opened it up. I'm going to sew this onto the sleeve and then just give it a small little hem. And this is the bodice. I've already cut off quite a lot on the side and on the back side. So this is what I cut off from the front. And now when I put it all together, this one side is actually smaller than the other side. So I was just going to do the side seam and then just put it all back together, but I will have to undo the bodice completely from the skirt to get it all cut straight. And that's part of the thing of doing alterations or making things smaller. You think it's going to be a quick job, and mostly it's not. But I do love this fabric, and I would not be able to buy this fabric for $6. So I'm going to continue and finish this dress so I can wear it. I've cut this, and I've got the sleeve over there, and the skirt part is over there. And then I've also unpicked this dress, and I'm ready to put that together as well. And then I have two more dresses in my wardrobe. Sewing the bodice to the skirt, and then I can get the drawstring back in. I firstly fell in love with the fabric. It is just exquisite. It's rayon, and the sleeves were like a little cap sleeve that was folded up, and the folded up part was double. So I undid that, and that gave me extra length on the sleeve because I wanted my sleeve longer. But then also the part that I cut off on the side because it was so big, I used to add into the sleeve over there, and that gave me a very nice little sleeve. I just love it. I'm going to quickly put it on so you can see. So I love the way it fits. I love the way it flows, and overall it's about how it fits. These sleeves were very low, they were there, and that's my pet peeve. I want my shoulders to sit on my shoulder. It's still a bit low, but I think it also is part of the look for this pattern, so I don't mind it too much. But overall, it's perfect. I have also been knitting on this jersey. It is my iron sweater that I've been working on since the beginning of the year. I would like to finish it for winter. I think I'm going to get there. So this is the front part. I'm now busy with the second shoulder. Then I still have the back to do. And then I can do the sleeves. And the sleeves I'm just going to pick up stitches and just knit them from there. I've also been knitting on my socks. It's not a thing about getting them done as soon as possible. It's just about having a job that I can work on when I need to. And this is one of those. So I take them when I'm traveling or when I'm in a car, when I'm waiting. This is a mindless knit, so I love this. I haven't worked on the shawl. I've kind of lost a bit of, not hope. I've lost my mojo on that one because it's just so tedious. You knit 4 rows and I'm tired. And then I knit another 4 rows. But I have set myself the goal to start knitting 4 rows a day. Because if you add that up, by the end of 10 days, you've knitted 40 rows. So that way, I should be able to get it done before winter because I also want that one for winter. Adventures. Let's talk about them. This has been a very adventurous week. I had so much fun. We went to the Lorenzo Gardens. Which I loved. It is so beautiful. I'm definitely going there again. And we went to the zoo, which was so much fun. Saw the tail of the leopard. No, not a leopard. Cheetah. Saw the tail. And my little adventure buddy, he's got really good eyes, and he was like showing me, and there was the tail going. So we got closer, and then we saw the leg as well, but we never saw the whole leopard. Cheetah. But it was a lot of fun, and we walked around, and we saw the lions, and there was a lion. So there's like this jeep that's made with a glass halfway through the jeep, and then you sit in it, and then if the lions are behind you, it looks like you're driving away from the lions. So there was this male lion that came down, and he was just lying there and showing off. And my adventure buddy just loved it. It was so cute. But we got to the end of that day, and both of us were so tired. We couldn't think straight. That was a lot of fun. And then yesterday, I took my bicycle. So I love to cycle. It's one of those things that it just clears my head. I usually like to walk, but earlier this year, I stepped in a hole and I tore the ligaments in my foot really badly. So I've been trying to get this foot to work properly again. And walking is just not on the cards. I can do basic walking, but I can't do the 5 miles I used to do per day. It is just too painful. So My friend helped me on Craigslist to find a bicycle. I got a Giant, which I used to have and I loved it. And so yesterday I went on a long ride, and it's about 28 miles in total if you do the round trip. And I loved it. It was so much fun. And you go through a forest all the way, and then I saw some animals on the way, like seen a badger, and I've seen some owl that flew like down onto me, and I've just been having a ball. I've had my bicycle now for 2 weeks. I try to go and cycle every day, but some days is better than others. So I do one longer ride that's more than 8 miles, and then usually the next day I just do a short ride because I haven't really properly cycled since the last 10 years, basically. I did a bit of cycling in my village, but no real cycle. So I take it really slow. All these other people are passing me all the way, but I don't care because it's not about a race. It's about enjoying nature and just having fun. And I'm telling you, I have been having a lot of fun. This bicycle has been the best thing ever. I just love it. Oh my gosh. I am loving this adventure. But look at that big tree over there. And that is all the things that I got up to this week. Oh, yes, I also worked on my collaboration with Diane. That will come up this coming Tuesday. And the dress is done, and I'm really loving it. And hers, she sent me some photos, and it's also stunning. And overall, life has been busy but good. Ooh, there's a squirrel outside. Oh, I love it. I love playing outside just because there's big windows here. And I see the most amazing things. A while ago, I saw a bobcat just walking past. Like, okay, there's a bobcat. And yesterday, I saw a woodchuck. So it has been a lot of fun. On that note, I'm going to leave you now. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.